Honesty is one of the rarest qualities you will find in the world today. Many people claim to value honesty, but only a few truly live by it. A person who is honest carries something that no money, no fame, and no success can ever buy: peace of mind. When you are honest, you don't have to hide, you don't have to pretend, and you don't have to carry the weight of lies on your shoulders. You simply live free. And because of that freedom, an honest person is never afraid to speak their truth, never afraid to stand alone, and never afraid to walk away from what doesn't align with their values. Think about it. Why do most people lie? They lie because they are afraid. Afraid of losing something, afraid of being judged, afraid of facing consequences. But honesty removes fear. When you tell the truth, you may lose some people, you may upset others, but you gain something far more valuable: self-respect. An honest person is never afraid to look in the mirror, because what they see looking back is someone who didn't compromise their integrity. That kind of courage cannot be faked. An honest person will never be afraid to admit their mistakes. They don't hide behind excuses or blame others for what went wrong. Instead, they accept their faults with humility, because they know that mistakes are not signs of weakness but opportunities for growth. When someone is honest, they would rather say, "Yes, I was wrong," than protect their ego with lies. This is why honest people often grow faster in life. They learn, they evolve, and they earn respect, not because they are perfect, but because they are real. Honesty also means an honest person will never be afraid to tell you the truth, even when it hurts. They don't sugarcoat reality to make you feel comfortable. Instead, they give you the gift of clarity. While others may flatter you with lies or tell you only what you want to hear, an honest person gives you what you need to hear. They know that temporary pain caused by truth is far better than long-term damage caused by deception. And this is why honest people make the best friends and the best partners. You may not always like what they say, but you will always trust them, because deep down you know they will never betray you with lies. An honest person is never afraid to stand alone. In a world where people compromise their values for acceptance, standing in truth often means standing apart. But honesty gives strength. Even when the crowd walks one way, an honest soul will walk the other if it means protecting their integrity. They would rather walk alone with truth than walk with many in falsehood. That kind of independence is rare, but it is what makes them powerful. They are also never afraid to lose people who cannot handle their truth. Dishonest people cling to relationships, even toxic ones, because they fear being alone. But an honest person understands that losing someone who cannot accept their truth is not a loss at all. It's freedom. It's making space for the right kind of people, the ones who will love and respect them for who they truly are. An honest person is also never afraid of vulnerability. When you are honest, you don't wear masks. You don't waste energy pretending to be something you are not. You simply show up as yourself, flaws and all. And though it may feel risky to be so open, honesty transforms vulnerability into strength. People connect with you on a deeper level because they see the real you, not a version you created to please them. Another thing about honest people is that they are never afraid to set boundaries. Because they live in truth, they know the importance of saying no. They won't lie just to keep peace. If something doesn't feel right, they will speak up. If someone disrespects them, they will call it out. And if they feel their values are being compromised, they will walk away. Their honesty gives them the courage to live life on their own terms, instead of living in silent resentment. Honesty also makes a person fearless in love. Many people play games in relationships, hiding their true intentions, their feelings or their mistakes. But an honest person lays their heart on the table. They are not afraid to say, "I love you" when they feel it, and they are not afraid to walk away when love is not being respected. They don't manipulate, they don't pretend, and they don't settle for half-truths. Because they are honest, they attract relationships built on trust. The kind of love that is not just passionate, but pure and lasting. Even in success, an honest person shines differently. They are never afraid of hard work because they know that real success comes from effort, not shortcuts. They don't cheat their way to the top, because they understand that any victory built on lies is temporary. They may not always rise as quickly as others, but when they do, their success is stable, respected, and long-lasting. Because honesty has no expiry date. Truth always stands when lies fall apart. And here is the greatest thing. An honest person is never afraid of themselves. They don't live with guilt or constant worry about being caught in a lie. Their heart is light, their mind is clear, and their soul is free. They sleep peacefully at night because they have nothing to hide. That is the ultimate freedom, the kind of peace that money cannot buy. So if you want to live fearlessly, live honestly. Tell the truth, even when it is uncomfortable. Admit your mistakes, even when it hurts your pride. Walk away from people and situations that cannot handle your truth. Be vulnerable, set boundaries, and live in alignment with your values. Because honesty will not always make life easier, but it will always make it lighter. And in the end, it is not about being liked by everyone. It is about being respected by yourself. Remember this. A person who is honest will never be afraid to lose fake friends, never be afraid to upset people with truth, never be afraid to admit their mistakes, and never be afraid to be themselves. That is the real strength of honesty. And as the old saying goes, an honest heart is an unshakable fortress. Lies may win small battles, but honesty always wins the war.